Days until Super Tuesday, we have a local group that is hoping to increase voter turnout by throwing an event with a little bit of a twist. Joining us this morning to tell us all about tomorrow's Drag Out the Vote are Jackie Huba, and she is the founder and creator, along with Robin Rose Quartz, who will be hosting the event. Good morning to both of you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you.
First off, Jackie, you started this national nonpartisan nonprofit organization last fall. Why did you decide to begin Drag Out the Vote?
You know, I'm someone who's voted all my life, but I've never really done anything other than that. And after the 2016 election, I saw that 100 million people did not vote. And I also was seeing that young people were not turning out anywhere near the numbers of older voters, and I wanted to work on that. So I joined a local group that was doing voter advocacy in Austin and Texas. But I thought, when I thought about the 2020 election, I thought, is there something I could do that would be bigger, that would be national? And in 2016, I wrote a book called Fiercely You that involved interviewing drag queens and meeting queens from RuPaul's Drag Race and queens from all over the country. And I thought, what if we married voter registration and drag to reach these young voters all over the country? And so that's what I did.
Robin, you're going to be one of the queens that will be hosting the big event tomorrow, Drag Out the Vote, which is happening from 6 to 8 over at Highland Lounge on Colorado Street. Why is drag political? How can drag be political?
I think drag is very political. You know, the gay liberation movement started with trans women of color, minorities, and drag queens. And every day, our LGBTQIA+ community is constantly facing discriminatory legislation and, legislation that seeks to invalidate or erase us and hateful rhetoric. So that's why it's important for us to get organized, be visible, and vote, most importantly.
What the website says, the Drag Out the Vote website says, when drag queens have been fighting on the front lines of the LGBTQ rights movement for decades. This election cycle, we have LGBTQ rights on the ballot, as well as women's reproductive rights on the ballot, so to speak, when it determines, who you vote for, which is another one of the reasons why you're probably involved in the movement.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yes.
And I mean, 1 in 5 LGBTQ people are not registered or don't vote. So there's a lot of reasons to get out and vote. This year we've already done 30 registration events around the country on really big drag tours. We've got 60 registration events already planned for this year, and then Get Out the Vote programs in the fall. So there's a lot of opportunities for people to get registered and get out the vote and really just use their voice.
2 hours of fun tomorrow night from 6 to 8. What can we expect, Robin?
Oh gosh, expect the unexpected is what I always say when it comes to drag. We have some amazing local talent and local entertainers that are going to be putting on a great show for you. They're donating their time and their tips since this is a fundraiser, so come out to the show, bring some dollar bills and tip the queens to help raise money for Drag Out the Vote. We are also partnering with Planned Parenthood Texas Votes and Move Texas, so we'll be registering voters on site at the event as well.
Currently, we're in early voting period up until next Friday, Super Tuesday, coming up in a little over a week. You can't register to vote for that particular election, but now is the time to register for the November election.
That's right.
Is that kind of the big
Yeah,
you're
right. You may have missed it for the primary, but definitely get registered. Also, people need to know that you have to be registered at your current address. So even though you thought you may have been registered, you might not be. So you can go to dragoutthevote2020.org, and if you click on the big register to vote button, it will check your registration just to make sure for sure that you're registered to vote for the 2020 election.
I love your outfit.
Oh, thank you.
By the way, I mean, it is just to see this in person is pretty incredible because it sparkles, it shines, it is so colorful, and we're going to see so much more of this tomorrow.
And when you hang out with drag queens, let me tell you, you have to. It's really hard to compete, and so. My message is vote.
Yeah, you both look beautiful. Thank you so much. The event is happening again tomorrow. More information on the website on your screen, dragoutthevote2020.org. Thank you so much, ladies. It's good to see you.
Thank you so much.